What's up? Front to back, we are here with URIZEN. Ooh, hit that three-part harmony again. Voices of angels. These guys, you've probably seen them. Everywhere they go, they have to fight a giant robot or some sort of outer space creature. Is that something that that just was happening to you guys and you incorporated it into the show, or?
I mean, we've been trying to get it to stop, and it just we don't like for it to happen, but you know,
Stuff happens.
It's one of those things where you have a fan and you do your best to accommodate them, but sometimes it's just never enough and things go wrong, and now that they follow us around. And
Yeah, weird fans, giant robots, they're clingy. But you guys perform admirably, I think, in the face of giant robot adversity, so kudos. It's tough being URIZEN.
you grow up and you sit with your Metallica guitar tablatures and you learn an instrument. You just don't think you're gonna have to. I mean, you think your skill set is done at that point.
they never tell you about the.
Yeah, they never tell you.
So we're telling you, kids, learning guitars and instruments. Sometimes giant monsters and robots just attack you while you're playing, and you have to learn how to deal with that. So
You heard it here first, kids.
this is the gritty reality of independent music that always gets glossed over. I'm sick of it, frankly.
Yeah. Well, nobody can blame you for that. Hey, it's okay. Yay. We've got plenty of soapbox here. All right, so you guys, all summer long, we're playing all over. Tell us just the first 28 places that come to mind where you
A lot of Texas. We hit the major areas. We even risked our lives in McAllen.
McAllen.
Which is
Close to the
I felt close to home. I mean,
the you-know-what border. And
I saved your life in McAllen.
It's
I
true.
hope you know.
You have to have an escort when you go down that way.
Well, thank goodness you have your requirement fulfilled in URIZEN.
But we paid him back because then we went to the south, to the deep south, and then we had to escort.
Yeah, we had
him.
to.
And then he had to carry all your gear and stuff.
Right. It's the only way.
It was nice, actually. We'll be going back to South Carolina.
South Carolina, no.
But yeah, we went up, went to St. Louis and through Tennessee and the Carolinas and Florida and Georgia and all that.
Wow.
So
That's awesome.
We'll be going back there hopefully in March.
You guys are back now in DF Dub, as I call it. I don't know if anyone else calls it that. Okay.
Something else?
I think it's just DF Dub.
That's what that's on the maps, right? DF Dub.
That's what it says on my map. I bought it from some guy named T-Wee. He had a gold tooth. He was nice, but that map cost me like $75. And it was written on the back of a Denny's Kids Placemat. So you guys are back, and right now you're pretty much just working on new material, right?
We did a lot of shows summer, and we've been doing this current show that, as you mentioned, is constantly hijacked by nefarious characters for about a year and a half or so. I think the plan for us after coming back from our tour and I guess just getting a sense of everything is that we first of all we want new music, and for us that also means that we want like a updated stage show and stuff like that. So we'll probably incorporate a lot of similar things, and of course I don't think we have much choice in the matter as far as various attacks occur. I would seem to be very prone to them, but hopefully if all goes accordingly, we should have a new album and a new stage show come 2012.
Booyah.
A lot of people ask because we've been saying we're kind of done with the stage show that we had in a sense, but I want to clarify that doesn't mean that we're like gonna be in turtleneck sweaters on stools. Like it's gonna be
not the entire set.
not the entire time, because
That's a given.
Oh, yeah.
It gets kind of hot.
it'll be a similar show. It's like the next season of URIZEN, so there'll still be probably attacks from various things, and
we might attack something.
we might attack things in there.
It's time for that, I think.
Retaliate.
For us in general, like we always want it to get bigger and bigger. So I guess that's been sort of our motto to begin with, success or not, which so far, to clarify, not. We want everything to improve, obviously, albums to get better, more well-produced, more grandiose, and same with the stage show, so hopefully it will be bigger and or better, one of the two. Anyways, turtleneckier.
And everyone during that portion of the set should sit, and instead of clapping, just snap your fingers.
If it's complete total silence, that'd be awesome.
Bring your crickets.
We'll be handing out free MacBooks at the door.
URIZEN will be touring exclusively in coffee houses as well.
Well, that's what's been frustrating is, you know, with all the monsters and such, we could never stuff ourselves into those tiny coffee house corners. So, you know, and that's what the people have been clamoring for is coffee house corners.
If there's anything I hear regularly in this, you know, dying music industry that everyone's talking about is that coffee houses are the real savior, I think, at this point.
Go to the coffee.
Absolutely.
Everyone, you know.
I saw a granola girl playing an auto harp in a coffee house, and it was amazing. And I ate a cookie.
Like we're missing out on those opportunities because, you know, we got to get rid of all these instruments and all this stuff so we can be a proper band. Finally.
When we return, I'm pretty sure we'll just be a cappella, right? Doo-wop.
Which you got a sample of.
Huh? Yeah? You heard it here first, front to back, exclusive. URIZEN's going a cappella.
That was a sneak preview of our, you know, first single off the new album.
That harmony.
Yeah,
that one harmony.
It's pretty. I think it's the best thing we've done so far.
So far.
I mean, you know,
It's gonna get better.
And moving on. All right, so you guys do have one show coming up, and that's Halloween. That's going to be at Tomcats West.
Saturday the 29th. Is it?
Yeah.
29.
Which is might as well be Halloween because Halloween is on like a Tuesday. So
And Tuesday sucks.
Tuesday, nobody likes Tuesday.
Wait, is it on Monday or Tuesday?
I don't know.
Check your calendars. So October 29th, Tomcats West. You guys and anyone else on the bill?
I know Rivethead is playing, and I know there are other bands, but I'm not sure who those bands are. So our alter egos will be playing. We won't be there.
We won't be playing.
Ah.
Nezaru, our
Arch-nemesis.
evil twin band.
From the Bizarro world.
Nezaru actually invented black metal, and they'll be playing, you know, some of their hits.
All
that they
original
came up
music
with.
from Nezaru.
People think it's
Stolen,
covers.
you know. They think they're
Not
covers.
It's they wrote every black metal song.
Yeah.
Every black metal song.
Every evil song, every, you know,
Every
European
one.
alternative dark song
You don't
from.
have to call it black metal.
Well, yeah, from I'd say what they were started in 1979 up till 1999,
Still going.
2000. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, that's right.
They're doing
They're
it
still
right
doing
Well,
it.
yeah, I mean they'll be at Tomcats West, so
So they were so underground. They didn't release their music to anyone. Someone found it and distributed it amongst the northern lands there, and
They all
Norway, Finland, and Sweden. They all divvied it up, and
it was an auction. It was a silent auction.
yeah, so they had a silent auction.
an evil silent auction.
Well, I mean, it goes
Wow.
without saying that it was evil.
After the auctions, they burned the churches they were in.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, that was one of the.
They held them in the
Yeah, the
churches.
churches,
at
that's what I'm
first,
saying, yeah.
Right.
And then they burned.
And then they burned it down.
And then what do they do?
Well, I mean, that's really what the whole scene was about.
Oh,
the
okay.
silent auctions, and then, you know, it's a
It all started with the silent auctions.
History glosses over the silent auction aspect of Norwegian black metal culture. But
all you ever hear about is the guy that shot himself in the head and the one guy like ate his brain or whatever. But it really started with silent auctions.
they were all at the silent
that wasn't
auction.
actually an auction. The lead singer had auctioned himself off to himself, and he won his own auction, so he was privy to take his own
selfish, but-
life.
Fantastic. Not only are you getting Coffee House Gold here, but a little rock and roll history lesson for all of you. So Nezaru at Tomcats West, October 29th, with Rivethead and others, and probably giant robots, maybe.
Maybe technology though is I guess it's
people.
evil enough to qualify.
So
Well, Rivethead, they run like samples and stuff. That's kind of evil.
That's pretty evil.
Yeah.
I think
probably be pretty evil.
I think the evil
I think one of
quotient
them is
should
from
be.
England, and that's pretty evil too.
That's yeah.
I mean,
I think the evil quotient should be relatively acceptable that night.
I'm no expert.
I thought you were an expert. Isn't that what you got your
I'm
degree
not.
in evil?
Well,
Oh, that was you.
It was a
Oh, okay.
minor in evil.
You minored in evil. See, I only ever got a certificate in evil, but I mean, I always thought that was good enough. So then I went to an evil trade school because I just wanted the evil information.
Exactly. And I mean, that certification's just as good as a degree.
It is. I've been working in the evil field now for over 10 years and just off a certification. So I'm telling you, you don't have to go to a major university anymore.
Reach for the stars.
Yeah,
The evil stars.
the evil.
Probably edit a little bit of this. Edit a little bit of this out.
I think this is what people need to know about
URIZEN,
evil,
I think this pretty much encompasses us.
implied versus overt evil. In fact, that should be the subtitle of this particular episode.
Absolutely. So you guys have been a part of the Dallas area music scene for how long, do you think?
Well, we played our first show
05?
August 2004 at the Ridgely Lounge upstairs area.
Swanky.
So, going, well, just over 7 years now we've been
Yikes.
languishing.
7? Dude, what are we doing?
I think
We're not bigger than this?
We're done, man. I give up. I'm gonna get a real job.
yeah.
We've had real jobs this whole time.
What am I doing?
I don't know.
You know, maybe that's the problem. Maybe it's time to quit those real jobs, you know?
I've whittled my real job down to almost nothing, so that'll make everyone happy.
That's right, kids.
If you want to be a rock star, you need to become good at living in extreme discomfort, because that's pretty much my life.
I mean, we've been playing around here for a long time, and we finally got a van. Now we're unstoppable. You can go wherever you want.
I mean, once a band gets a van, isn't that just... Right?
Then we're going to Tokyo, and we're
We're gonna drive to Tokyo.
driving to Tokyo.
I mean, you're going to blink, and you're going to be sitting on your private jet on, like, a couch made of hookers, and you're going to be like, man, remember our van?
I think there was a disheartening period in the middle or something where I think we'd even specified, I know me and Daniel kind of had that it kind of became more of a hobby.
Seriously, that's good to hear other guys saying this, because, like, I come home from practice sometimes and just fall into my wife's arms weeping like, this is so hard. Why is being in a band so hard? That's glad to know others are suffering anyway.
Well, you know, it is. I think for me, I feel like I've found like some kind of a good peace with it, the whole thing, because you know, I feel like that first lull that I was mentioning was really brought on by that youthful exuberance, not really knowing the music industry and not really knowing anything. The little stuff that you don't know, like I had no idea for a longest time how Metallica got their guitars to sound like, you know, it's like what is that? It's like total mystery. No idea whatsoever what like gain was, what distortion was.
Right.
And I had
what
a guitar was.
What is
I didn't
that
know.
thing?
I didn't know what Metallica was.
Into the microphone.
They run their amps through kazoos. I remember when like making an album was this enormous hurdle, and playing a live show for this first time was an enormous hurdle. Like no idea. Like how do you play a show? Like who do you talk to? What do you do? You grew up, especially I think for us, the time period we grew up looking at bands, you know, like for me it was like Metallica and Motley Crue and Guns N' Roses and stuff, right at the end of the whole arena rock thing. Of course that looks appealing. You're like, oh my god.
Absolutely.
It's like a stadium full of people and they're going crazy. And then you get into it and you work and you work and you work and you keep doing it. And then like 7 years go by and you're still in front of like a small club, you know?
Right.
Hoping that 30 people will show up like they said they were going to.
On Facebook.
On Facebook.